Join
Support for Yoga in Practice is provided by the ETV Endowment of South Carolina.
Download the SCETV app now and watch Yoga in Practice with Stacey Milner Collins on demand.
Mouth-watering sukiyaki, delicious seafood teriyaki, deep-tasting ramen. Japanese dishes bursting with flavor and nutrition you can prepare at home. Join culinary experts Tatsuo Saito and Rika Yukimasa for fun and easy step-by-step instructions and tips on Dining with the Chef, only on NHK World Japan.
See it Saturday morning on Idaho Public Television.
Well, well, the great detective.
I'm Chief Inspector Megre.
Do you know who I am?
No, but I know what you did.
You've just challenged a killer. You're playing a dangerous game, boss.
Checkmate.
Negre on Masterpiece Mystery.
Tune in Sunday at 9 on Idaho Public Television.
It's a Mexican holiday called Day of the Dead.
una vez al año recordarlos a ellos.
A tradition that includes adorning cemeteries with marigolds.
Lo que yo tengo entendido es que es una puerta de los muertos que vienen a visitarnos.
And dancing in elaborate costumes.
Máscaras, es para cubrir nuestra identidad.
An intimate look at this unique custom.
Es una manera de mostrarles que no los hemos olvidado.
The Day of the Dead.
Watch it Tuesday at 9 on Idaho Public Television.
On Secrets of the Dead,
Colosseum is the most famous monument in the Roman world.
an excavation sheds new light on the gladiator battles once held inside its walls. The rise and fall of the Colosseum on Secrets of the Dead.
Tune in Wednesday at 9 on Idaho Public Television. Other states have had wildlife overpasses for years, but this is Idaho's first, Cervidae Peak, just outside of Boise. The overpass was added in 2023. It took 6 months to build with federal funds costing $7 million. Up to 9,000 mule deer and more than 2,000 elk cross Highway 21 in the fall to stage at the far end of Lucky Peak Reservoir. Winter is mild there compared to the herd's higher summer range, and as soon as this crossing opened, animals quickly began using it.
I think it's major progress to see an overpass finally being built. It is a very long time coming. It has been 20 years in the making to be able to gather the data, secure the funding, and to actually get it constructed.
The key ingredient to success has been local community support. And when the community supports these projects, they can start to gain traction. Of course, the funding is critical, the engineering is critical, and the data behind it is critical. But ultimately, it's the people that make this happen or not happen.
For almost 25 years, Closer to Truth has pursued cosmos, consciousness, and meaning. Meaning has focused on philosophy of religion, and I approach theism, atheism, and agnosticism with equal parts passion and skepticism. While Closer to Truth has explored big questions of meaning in depth, questions of existence, God, human nature, purpose, if any, Closer to Truth viewers would not be mistaken if they have detected a bias favoring philosophers of the Christian religion. Let's be charitable and call this Christian philosophy bias and overweighting, the product of my unchosen geography and my analytical proclivities. We have tried to include Buddhist and Hindu philosophy, but we have not tried hard enough. And we have not at all considered Chinese philosophy, Confucianism, and Taoism. I am excited to expand the scope of our search, explore big questions from the perspective of Buddhism, Hinduism, Confucianism, and Taoism. This is the first episode of Closer to Truth season dedicated to Eastern traditions and the big questions. In Eastern traditions, what is world? What is reality? I'm Robert Lawrence Kuhn, and Closer to Truth is my journey to find out. Traditions broadly have a world that is interconnected, where metaphysics and morality are deeply related. In Buddhism, causality is crucial. Conditions, results, consequences. Likewise, impermanence, interdependence, and emptiness of intrinsic existence. In Shintoism, vital energy is immanent in the world, and hard to describe gods, called kami, are everywhere. In Hinduism, the one word Brahman is ultimate reality, limitless existence, cosmic consciousness, God. Whether pure non-dualism, where only consciousness is real and all else is illusion, or non-dualism with a personal God who creates, preserves, and destroys the universe, or a mystical both-and approach. In Confucianism, what counts is what happens in this world: self, family, society, state, ethics, and morality. In Taoism, what counts is alignment with nature, harmony, sustainability, balance. The down-to-earth practicality of Chinese philosophy contrasts with the abstract metaphysics of Hinduism, even of Buddhism. And as always, within each tradition, there are great variations. This Closer to Truth miniseries, Eastern Traditions and the Big Questions, widens our perspective of existence, consciousness, meaning, which we need to hope to get closer to truth.
For complete interviews and for further information, please visit closertotruth.com.
These are stories
To evolve.
To explore.
to be inspired.
Close your eyes now. Jump into the future.
This is the stuff that dreams are made of.
Right now, the world is waiting for you.
Be the difference and be loud. Oh, that's just
The American Revolution changed the world.
It gave people a sense of hope that they have an opportunity for freedom.
We need to work together.
Oh my God, it's delicious! Thanks for spending part of your evening with us.
Asking tough questions to those in power.
Russia right now has you outmanned, outgunned. Is it time to think about a settlement?
As a newcomer to Congress, what did you make of the high degree of dysfunction within the Republican conference? I always felt it was broken.
and covering events as they unfold.
Opposition fighters have reached the suburbs of the capital, Damascus.
Thank you for watching PBS NewsHour right here on Idaho Public Television.
In our biotech ecosystem, one might ask, what would have happened if there was no Phil Sharp?
In creating treatments for the disease, Phil's led the way. I wasn't the strongest student, but I turned out to be very imaginative.
See it Monday at 10 on Idaho Public Television.
When you think about the legacy of James Brown, much of that was created here in Cincinnati.
The history of King Records is pretty astounding in that it had the diversity.
Mixing R&B, blues, and country music.
Because there's no clear sonic color line.
I think Cincinnati has a very legitimate claim to be the birthplace of rock and roll.
Friday at 9 on Idaho Public Television.
It's tough because my mom and dad are poor. We can't afford to pay our bills.
I'm going to be a mom.
Being born poor, it can be a difficult process.
The last thing that I want is for my kids to worry about what we're going to have for dinner.
What can I do today to make myself better for tomorrow?
Tune in Tuesday at 10 on Idaho Public Television.
Idaho Public Television is proud to be the leader in providing coverage of the state legislature and education programming across Idaho. Programs like Outdoor Idaho, Idaho Experience, and Idaho Reports are critical in highlighting Idaho's history, culture, and civic affairs.
Coming up on Movable Feast, we're in Fort Jones, California, a rural community nestled amongst the rolling hills and lush meadows of the Scott Valley. In a landscape this remote, neighbors come to rely on each other, lending a helping hand across shared fences, whether it's helping with livestock, equipment,